Hey guys, I'm Brian, a 3D animator, and this is Jack. And this is the 3D Animation Hub. So on this channel, aside from teaching 3D animation, we also react and analyze animated videos. We've done this with a couple of League of Legends videos previously, but this time we're going to be taking a little bit of a different turn. We're going to be reacting to then analyzing Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 2. Now the thing is, I don't actually play Fortnite, so we're just going to be reacting to this from an animator's perspective. Now to my subscribers, don't worry, this won't actually affect our tutorial uploads. I'm still working on that tutorial. That's going to be out in a few days. So don't worry about this upload. This won't affect it. And to my non-subscribers, the people who just clicked on this video, what are you doing? Hit that sub button, smash that like button, and let's jump into this week's video. Okay. I'm assuming that was the map for Fortnite. Oh shit. Some sort of gear upgrade? The skins in this game, man, I swear to God. What's happening? No! Don't drop him, no! So interesting. Is this entire thing about just new skins being shown off? I'm not really sure. If there's a lore, someone please let me know in the comment section. Okay. Top secret. I guess that's the theme of the season? The chapter? So I wasn't really sure what to expect. But let's just take this into SyncSketch and take a look at some of the cool animations that worked on. Let's hyperanalyze this shit. So the first thing I'm going to point out, or that I'm going to talk about, is this scene right here. It's actually after she jumps. What I'm going to talk about isn't as exciting as some of the leak stuff we've watched, but we're just going to focus on some of the subtle stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about how some of the mechanics actually work. So here, for example, the really cool thing that I want to go over frame by frame would be the heavy breathing here. So first of all, here we cut from this to this. So it's just it just cuts to a close up, and what's happening is this must have been, well, this is obviously, it's a new scene. So if this is scene 1, if this is one Maya file, whoa. So we're cutting to an entirely new scene. If this is file 1, this is going to be file 2, and it could have been given to another animator. But what's happening here is they're not actually hooking up very well. They're hooking up. They're just, it could have been done better. The biggest difference I noticed is actually like the eyes don't hook up. So here the eyes are pretty open, but then once you go to the next shot, and we have like a more defined eyebrow. The eyes are more squinting. The eyes are squinting a little bit more, and which is not a huge difference, but it does seem kind of jarring how we cut from this straight to this. But it is an action scene. It is supposed to be fast-paced, but I just wish they hooked it up a little bit better. But that's not a problem. What we're really focusing here is her deep breathing. So I just really liked how, so here she's breathing really, really hard, and what's happening is she's trying to catch her breath, and her main priority is, well, 1, not dying, but 2, catching her breath. So what's happening here is that her head is going down, but at the same time, her chest and her shoulders are actually going up. This entire action is her catching her breath. She's just panting. And it's just really cool how the head and the chest are offset. So for example, we start off with the head going down. The head is going down, and it's also rotating in, but at the same time the chest is going up. And then once the chest reaches a certain threshold, the head starts going back up again to catch another breath. So she opens her teeth to suck in some more breath, and then here is when she actually notices the beeping in her ear. That I'm not sure what that's about. I'm guessing she's being called to action, like she wasn't in action already. So what happens is she goes from being focused to the guys behind her to her eyes darting to pretty much nothingness. They're just darting into nothing. She's sort of just listening. So I really like this choice by the animator to have her just looking straight ahead, as though she's thinking, or like it's like a realization. Even though like the sound is coming from here, she's not like, oh, let me look into my ear, because that doesn't do anything. She's trying to like listen in, so she's zoned out. Her eyes are just staring into nothingness. And another thing is the turn here is, if you guys know animation, if you guys know the analysis I do, I love arcs, because you kind of need arcs to have realistic movements. When you move your arm, your arm just doesn't go from like here in a straight line to there. It moves in an arc, so it creates like an arc when you move your arm. It's just like all your joints. If you move your arm up and down like this, you're creating another arc right here. So when this character turns her head, her nose goes from here to here, and it creates like a really nice arc, which I'm a fan of. And so what happens here is that she gets the call to action and she gets excited, but the only differences here is really just her mouth shape. It's just which is, as you would assume, is the shape of her mouth. It just goes from just panting and like kind of like worried to just a big old smirk. And if you guys notice, usually the teeth have their own controls, and the mouth and the lip has like a separate control. And what's happening here is that the animator animated the lips, but neglected to animate the teeth. So if you guys pay attention, if you go frame by frame, you notice that so what's happening is the mouth is going from this shape to this shape, and the computer is actually generating the rest. So what's happening in this in between is, let me delete these. Just pay attention to the teeth. It doesn't move at the same speed as the mouth, and it just kind of like the shape of the lip kind of like slides around the teeth. So just pay attention to this as we go frame by frame. So the teeth kind of stop moving here, but the mouth just continues moving to the side, but the teeth stop moving. So that's how you can tell it was a mouse shape to mouse shape animation. They just put in two poses and they maybe adjusted the in-between a little bit. But it's like it's how you know the animator was human, you know? This is how you know it was an animated, aside from, you know, it being a cartoon. That's how you know it was like a person animating this, and it wasn't just like, poof, it's a film. And yeah, so that's basically it. Like, it's just, if you pay attention to everything else, nothing else really moves. It's just the eyes are darting a little bit just to give the character life. But it's mainly just the mouth moving. The eyebrows don't even move. The eyes don't really change size, not really. They're just going slightly, and the eyes just dart a little bit. But it's mostly just the mouth shape going from this shape to this shape. And that's how you know the character's happy now and it's not worried. Oh man, these hookups are killing me. Dude, wait, just a real quick reminder that if you enjoyed this content and would like to support the channel farther, we do have a Patreon now, which gives you access to some more goodies like the stuff I upload on Gumroad, as well as the Animator's Handbook PDF, which gets updated continuously, or at least I try to. Patreon just helps me keep the video quality higher, but I'll continue uploading free weekly videos. So if you're not able to support the channel that way, I'd appreciate you smashing that like button just as much. With that out of the way, let's hop back into the video. Was that Deadpool? Dude, that's Deadpool. What? What's Deadpool doing in here? Oh my god. What's Deadpool doing here? What the heck? Alright. So here we have like another hookup problem. Now, it doesn't mean what you think it means. It means a shot hooking up with another shot. So what's happening here is that you have the character smiling. Alright. And then we go right to the next scene. And the mouth shape is already different. Now, I don't know how they do things there, but if that happened at any of the companies I worked at, it would get called out right away. You can't have, it's supposed to hook up properly. If it's an action cut, it's an action cut. But if it's not, you can't have different mouth shapes at different scenes right after each other. I don't know if they were in a hurry or what the issue was, but it's just the face just seems to change completely. Yeah, I don't know what my boy Deadpool's doing there, but that's pretty funny. And boom. Oh shit. Badass banana. Nice little shoulder thing. That's awesome. Oh, he looks. Oh my god. He's even got secondary animation on the little banana peels, just bouncing up and down. That's funny. Alright. So that's cool. Little something else we catch here is that he's not actually gripping anything. So what's happening is this rig doesn't have the... Let me change the color. This rig doesn't have the ability to separate these strands from the body. So if this was the body, and these are the strands right here, they can't separate. So how they cheated this is they have the fist, the guy making a fist in front of it, but there's really nothing inside the fists. So they're just, yeah, they're just using the game's rigs to animate these pretty much, I'm assuming. And so they just didn't have the capability and they're faking it. This guy's shaking. And what's happening here is for the head shake, which it's, you know, it depends on what kind of head shake it is, but in this case, it's like a panic head shake. I almost dropped my headphones. It's like a panic head shake, so it starts from the head. So if you notice, the head moves, the heads start turning this way, and then a frame later, the body starts rotating that direction as well. And so the head is leading the action. And so the body's still going this way, now the head is rotating this way, and now the body's going to start turning that way. So if you guys notice, so it's still, the body's still going that way, but now that the head is completely turned this way, the body starts rotating back that way. So the head is leading the chest, or leading the rest of the body, because it's the source of the movement. He's not shaking his chest and going like, no. He's shaking his head going like, no. And then the head is, the body's reacting to the movement of the head, which is, you know, pretty good animation lesson to keep in mind. Depends where the source of the action's coming from. All right, and then there's just this part, which, I mean, excuse me. All right, and then there's this part, which, you know, is it's pretty good acting. That I love that. I love the guy's going like, that's amazing. That is so funny. And is that Deadpool again? What is going on here? Why is he everywhere? He's got a little heart coming out of his butt. That's amazing. But this guy's acting is actually really nice. So, ooh, weight shift. Now we can talk about weight shift for this. So he's lifting this leg up, and what's happening is, just so he doesn't fall over, if he just lifted it up without moving his body, he would just tilt that way and fall. What's happening here is he is tilting his body this way to counterbalance and create a new center of gravity for himself so he doesn't fall over. And puts, wow, this is really, really stretched. Like this is super, super cheated, but his legs pretty much like stretched from here to there, and his body is like trying to like keep the balance so it doesn't fall over. Like this would probably be his center of gravity. He's just trying to like keep the mass of his body here equal to the mass of his body here, just so he doesn't actually tilt over and fall. So anyway, that's center of gravity. And if you guys want to learn more about that, I have a Gumroad link down below where I have a full lesson free for teaching weight shifts and how that all works. So if you guys are interested in weight shifts and want to learn more, link down below in the description. But aside from that, the acting's freaking amazing. I love this. He kind of just like, he just unrealistically just bounces back up like a little, I don't even know, he just comes up and shakes, goes over, shakes. That's so cool. That's hilarious. And of course, this bit, which I got nothing to say, it's just really, really cute. And then it just turns kind of creepy, like what the hell? Anyways, so I'll be honest, I kind of expected like a little bit of action in this, but all it ended up being was just people just getting ready or being called to action and just like showing off their new skins. Hopefully in the next one we get a little bit more action. So I feel like we talked about pretty important stuff when it comes to animation. You know, it doesn't always have to be action, but yeah, I'm like a little bit disappointed. I don't know what to expect. I just assumed there's gonna be like a lot of shooting and like acrobatics and stuff, which was a tiny bit of that, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button, hit the sub button, stay notified of future videos. And with that out of the way, happy animating, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.